Hi friends, it's Laura. Welcome back for another What Sold on Whatnot video. I am so excited about how today's sale went, and I cannot wait to share the results with you. This is going to probably be a little bit of a long video, so maybe you want to get some work done while you listen. Maybe you want to grab a coffee or something to snack on while you watch. It's going to be a little bit long, in such a good way though, hopefully. So I sold a total of 30 items. 30 items are leaving my house today. Yay. To a total of 15 different people, 5 of whom are new buyers for me. And my total in sales is $464 before fees. I'm guessing it's going to be about $394 after fees. It might be slightly higher than that. I usually underestimate a little bit, but the real total will be in the description box, as it always is. So let's see what I sold today. All right. I full on admit I don't want to do any of the shipping today. I am doing it because I needed to film my video while I'm still in my very cute outfit. So this is what I wore today for my Whatnot show. I got these pants yesterday. You may recall I was on the fence about whether or not I would want to keep them. And then I tried them on. I was like, oh, keeping these. So they're just adorable. They've got this high satin waistband. There's all those buttons that we talked about. And this tied, which is really just decorative. Obviously, they have pockets, which I just showed you. Nice flowy legs. They tie at the ankle, which is really cute. I'm going to kind of show you, but I have like goofy socks on, so don't, whatever. But, right? And obviously paired it with a little bit of an Ed Hardy tank top. And then this 70s jacket that I have. The name of the artist who made these illustrations is totally escaping me at the moment. But gorgeous. And then, of course, on the back, I get so many compliments on this jacket every time that I wear it. A lot of people who want to buy it. I'm not ever going to sell it. So I just thought this was really cute. It was very comfortable, except for the fact that I was freezing. And I wanted to share it with you. I hope you enjoy. Let's get back to Whatnot. I decided to bribe myself that once I do the video, I can then change into my comfy clothes that didn't prevent me from sitting under a blanket for like 2 hours after doing my show. But that's okay because the post office is closed today, so I couldn't do my shipping anyway. Couldn't bring it to the post office. So let's get into it. So first package is going to a repeat buyer who purchased 3 items from me. So many fun stories in today's sale. All right, first is this green top. This is so cute. It's been in a whole bunch of shows, as you can see, by number 100. So once again, as always, proving to myself that it's not stale just because it didn't sell in the first 1 or 2 shows. This sold for $15. The majority of my pieces today sold for the starting bid. I know that I had at least one that got a little bit up by, like instead of 15, it sold for 17, something like that. I may have had 1 or 2 of those, but most of the things I sold today are selling for their starting prices. So this is the first one. That so cute. The second item that oh, that's right. I love this thing. Oh, this one. Wait. This one. I am so excited that this sold. I've had this thing for a very long time. It's been in so many Whatnot shows. It's gone like through the rotation, starting at the first 30 and being moved up towards number 100 for multiple shows, then being taken out for a period of time, put back into some show. Like it's been through it. I could not figure out why this wasn't selling because I think it's adorable. I knew it. I mean, I know that it's just like you got to wait for the right person, but still, I was like, why? Why haven't you sold yet? And it finally sold today, and for $15, which is what I started it at. But I am so thrilled that it sold. It almost got listed last week, and I just never got around to photographing or drafting it. So now it gets to go off to its new Whatnot home, and I'm so happy. I mean, I obviously would have been so happy to also sell it on Etsy for $49 shipped, but I'm just happy that somebody likes it. I love doing Whatnot, even though the pricing is very different than what I do on Etsy and eBay. I really do enjoy it. And I'm so excited when I get to send off like a nice fat package to someone. It's fun. All right, let's get this pretty little thing all folded up and cute. So we've got 2 awesome collars so far. Although this one, I did not do a great job of laying the collar out. Gotta fold it pretty. There it is. So adorable. And then the third item that they bought was this dress, which is slightly newer. It's been in a handful of shows so far. I love this. I think it's really cool, and it has a matching belt. So got that. And let me take the belt off so that I can fold this neatly. So 3 items, yeah, $15 each. This is really cool. So excited for these pieces to go off to their new homes. It's nice. And then in Etsy and eBay sales and everything today, I have currently, I think I only have one eBay sale so far that has to get shipped, but I have 3 Etsy items that are getting shipped out. And one of them is definitely something that I had on Whatnot for a whole bunch of times. I ended up listing it on Etsy for $49, which included shipping. The buyer purchased it. They either attempted to or meant to use a coupon, and they forgot to use the coupon. So they wrote and asked if I'd still be able to apply it. I just refunded, the equivalent of the coupon, which is fine. So it ended up being essentially a $39 shipped item, which is you know great. I would have sold it for $15 on Whatnot, and now instead it sold for $39. After shipping and fees and all that stuff. Let's see where it's going because I don't remember. It's a very lightweight item, so it's not going to be that bad, but it's going to Tennessee, so pretty nearby. So 39, like 33. I mean, $25 after all the fees and everything, and I'm probably once again underestimating, but not too bad. So happy about that. The other item that I sold also had previously been on Whatnot. That sold also for $39, including shipping. That's going to Ohio, so also not very far away, and probably around the same kind of thing. Probably, yeah, 25, maybe $30, but I don't think it'll be as close to $30. Whatever. I underestimate a lot. I'm not doing all the math, but you can see 25 is better than 15, right? So it does work itself out. Even when they don't sell on Whatnot, eventually they will sell somewhere else. And it's exciting no matter what. So will these fit in this bag? I'm so tired of this battle. They will, but it's going to look all jammed up and not cute. So they once again will go in a bag that is too big for them, but that's okay. At least they're going to be nicely packaged. So let's see. Next up, I have a single item sale. Let's get this in here. I should have brought myself an IKEA bag over here, but did I? Did not. So, all right, this next item. Oh, this was cute. So this was fun. This is this velvet cherry jacket. So this was another interesting piece. You can see it's number 37. So it was in a show. I think last week was its first show. And then it was in a show again today. So it didn't sell last week, obviously. I got that at the Goodwill outlet, the Goodwill bins. And it's a thing that I think that had I seen it in my regular thrift, I don't know that I would have picked it up. Did I pick it up in my regular thrift? Now I'm doubting myself. I think I got it at the bins though. And like it's cute. I like the cherries. I like that it's velvet, but it is a little bit not quite my aesthetic, but I knew somebody would like it. And I see stuff like that a lot of times where I know somebody will like it and I don't pick it up because the reality is I have a lot of inventory, and when it doesn't sell on Whatnot, I still have to deal with it. And so something like this, I would have procrastinated listing on Etsy or eBay or whatever for quite a while. I would have struggled with the item description. There's no tag on it to indicate who the brand is or anything like that. So I would have had a hard time. So I do think I got it at the outlet. Not only, didn't sell last week, and then today's show, it went through, one description didn't sell. Then somebody requested to see it. So I did. And it got bid up a little bit. I started it at $15, but it got bid up to $18. So, I love when that happens. Whatnot is such a mystery to me. I mean, I've talked about it before, how people will put in pre-bids but not ask you to actually run the item. It's a hot topic of conversation among Whatnotters. on Facebook at least, like, why don't people ask? People don't engage in conversation. It's like people aren't putting Whatnot on so that they can chat with you. I mean, some people are, but people are putting Whatnot on in the background while they're doing other things, or they're jumping in and out between shows. They're not trying to spend all their time there to entertain the seller, you know? So this next package, this is a big one. This buyer is a repeat buyer for me. They purchased 8 items. So grateful, so fantastic. And they usually do purchase a bunch of items. I assume they're a reseller. But so just for some context though, like 8 items were purchased for a total of $120. That's $15 per item. And then even if you include like taxes and, let's say it was $130 after shipping and some taxes, that's still like less than $17 per piece. So it's still like, even though I get to make some money, it's not a bad deal for resellers, you know? And obviously it's a great deal for personal use items, but I feel like this person is not a personal use person. And also illustrating like they've seen a lot of these items that I've had in Whatnot shows. They've been in a lot of shows, seen these items multiple times, and still ended up purchasing them. So, my paranoia is unfounded. Let's go through it all. So, first is this little nightie, and this sold for $15. So, that's cute. I did debate not doing the packaging with y'all on here, but I know sometimes it's nice to have a longer video to watch. Let me get this out of my way. I worry sometimes if my videos are too long, if they're like an hour or something, because I am a talker. But I also know I go through my own phases of wanting to see really long videos or wanting to only watch a 20-minute video. It really depends on my frame of mind and what I'm doing. So let's see. Get this one all folded up pretty. All right. It's obviously going to go in a big bag, so I'm not going to worry about making it small. So let's see. Next is a 2-piece suit that she purchased. And this sold for $20. I believe it's number 89. Just double checking my work. Yes. So 2-piece suit. This is cute. If I remember correctly, when I bought this, the 2 pieces were priced separately, which happens to me a lot. So that's sort of why it ended up being a $20 start, because I had to pay a little bit more money for this set. Oh no, I gotta button the jacket all up. I don't remember how much I paid for it. I wonder if it'll tell me. I started putting the prices on Whatnot. You can like enter in your item cost for the, will it show me? No, not from here. It's not easy to see. Anyway, I started entering the item prices in on Whatnot in case I was able to sort of view them, because I thought that would be an interesting talking point if I could remember how much I spent on each item. But, I mean, you guys see what my purchase price is. I know you're not putting it all together. You're not memorizing how much I spent on everything, but you can see overall generally what my item costs are versus what my selling prices are. And, so. All right, that, and then the skirt that goes with it. So cute. I'm so excited that 30 pieces are leaving, especially because I started trying to do this little listing plan. I mean, I've like 12 listing plans that I have all the time, right? Where, I have 30 new items each week in every Whatnot show. And so what I've tried to do to help motivate myself for regular listing throughout the rest of the week is like, whatever I don't sell out of those 30 items, I will make sure I at least list that many that week. So if I only sell 15 items, that means that I'm going to list 15 items throughout the rest of the week before the next Whatnot show. And obviously I'm not going to just like not list this week, but it's nice. It's fun. I am ahead of the game with my listing for Vendu also, because, I told y'all that I have my plan allows me to do 125 listings per month on Vendu. And one month I I think 50. And so then I made a point the next month to make sure I did at least 50. I think I did 52. And then I think the next month I did 55. So I want to beat that again. And so today is January 9th, and I am currently at 48 items. So I'm going to be way ahead of the game. So I'm super pumped about that. That was nice. Although I did cheat a little bit. It's not really a cheat because it's still doing work, but I had these Pyrex bowls that were just like, it was like all the same bowls. So I just like copied the listing. They were super fast to do. So that was nice. That was 3 listings. I still did 45 other real listings. Anyway, whatever. Anything to talk myself out of the fact that I did work, right? Gosh. All right. The next item that this buyer purchased, let's see, is another item that I got at the bins. And this is so, so, so pretty. Love this. It's this scarf. This is silk and it's huge and it's beautiful. And I swear it's like crispy new. It's so pretty. It still has fold lines in it from when it was brand new. This sold for $10, which is fantastic because it's basically free since the Goodwill outlet is by the pound. So this weighs almost nothing, which is nice. Although so many of the things that I got at the Goodwill outlet weighed almost nothing, but you get the idea. Just nice. So sold that for 10, which I think is a steal for this kind of scarf anyway. It's really pretty and it's such a fun piece. So yay, got that. Then what do we have next? Okay, next is another Goodwill outlet piece. This is fun. This is is this Goodwill outlet? My mind is really going on this stuff. So Jessica McClintock, right? Yes. My head is, I must be tired because, yeah, McClintock. So I was like, Jessica Simpson. No, that's not it. Jessica McClintock. Jessica Simpson is a clothing brand. It is not one that I have ever picked up. Anyway, so little cute peplum dress. It's so pretty. This sold for 15. Fantastic. I love this dress. It's beautiful. It looked really cute on, but I didn't do it justice because it was too tight for me to be able to like zip the back up properly. So I had to show off the back on a dress form. And the back is the good part because it's got these great cutouts. Dang it. Hold on. I got some fuzz on the velvet. I'll take it off. All right, fold that up again. I don't know why I have a twang accent all of a sudden. All right. That looks terrible, but I'm not going to be able to fold that dress very well regardless. So there we go. Let's see. Then this top is really cute. I got this yesterday. I don't remember. I already forget how much I paid for this, but I sold it for 15. It's really cute. It is missing a button, which I didn't realize when I bought it. So if I paid more for this, I listed it for 15 because it's missing the button. So what are you gonna do? It happens. I did try to see if I had a matching button to be able to fix it, and I thought about moving buttons and replacing it, and I decided not to. Sometimes I do that stuff, but I've been trying to go in some other Whatnot shows a little bit more often. It's hard because it really does, for me, it just like sucks all my attention away and I do nothing else. But, I'm trying to acclimate myself a little bit more to different ways of doing things. And most of the time they're all noting flaws like these buttons and they don't fix it. Heck, I see half the time on Depop and stuff, oh, super easy to fix it. Just sew a new button on. And it's like, if it was super easy, why didn't you just do it before you listed it? But anyway, so on Whatnot, I'm a little bit more lax with those sometimes. I'm sure that I will over repair things in the future still. Doesn't matter. Next is this very cute skirt. And this sold for 15. Also, this is still all the same buyer. I love the print on this. I think it's so pretty. It's very muted. I love the color scheme. So that's fun. The belt it's got this cute little belt. It's all over the place. Let me see if I can fold this. in a way that makes it look nice. I hope so. No, no, did not, but gets the job done. It's fine. All right, next, come down here, please. Okay, next is this denim skirt, which I got yesterday. Really cute. And this sold for, I believe, 15 also. Yes. Adorbs. I got into like some awkward, not, I don't know, maybe I was the only one who thought it was awkward. So this skirt has a weird patch on the back where it's like, it's like something, something border patrol and like, what does it say again? So awkward. MIDI border patrol and then number one colonial power. Like it's just weird, right? Like it's, and so I felt like I have to disclose that because like it's weird, right? You know, and then something I mentioned the post office being closed, and somebody said, "Oh, why is post office closed?" I said, "Oh, you know, because President Carter passed away," and so the person on there mentioned like, "Oh, he's ruining my TV, and now he's ruining my packaging, or something like that," you know, and you know you can't tell how to take things online. People are just typing things, and I was like, "Oh well, you know, he died." Like I don't think I didn't like chide them or anything, but you know, like I get it, like I don't want to watch like news all day when some big event happens. If you're watching TV and your shows keep getting interrupted because breaking news, we got a photo of the president's casket being moved down the street. It's like, you know, like, so it could have just been that. But it's so awkward, I feel, in today's political climate and stuff because people get so polarized, which I mean, I understand. And, you know, I definitely have my own views of stuff, but I do try not to bring that too much into vintage selling because here's the thing, like as much as we all I'm folding up these pants and not even talking about them, as much as we all like have our views and whether they're the same or very different, and you know, and they're very meaningful to all of us, you know, it just the society is made in a way that puts us on like these opposite sides of things, and the reality is that that's not really what's happening. You know, I have a lot of people in my life that I know very personally or even just like as good acquaintances or whatever that have incredibly different views from me, and for some of these people I didn't know that for a long time. And then I see like a Facebook comment or something. I'm like, oh, okay. But I have true affection for these people, or I have, you know, a good relationship with them in so many ways. And I think that they're good people for XYZ reasons. And like that, you know, we've all been like goaded into these arguments and stuff. And I think there are a lot of important topics, but that's not what my job is. You know what I mean? I am certainly not the person who can make the right decision about all these different topics and things. So like sometimes it gets into this like, you know, oh yeah, it's a weird border patrol thing, and then yeah, I don't know who I'm talking to, you know, like there's people on both sides of the political spectrum who have strong feelings about immigration and securing borders, and so, I don't know, I just don't think we need to wear it on our pants though. So anyway, okay, these pants, speaking of, as I get into more weird political conversation makes me uncomfortable and I just did it to myself. These are really cute. I don't want to unfold them again, but they're like drop crotch pants. They're really comfy and cute. And these also sold to this buyer for assuming $15. $15. So I'm going to get all of these into one of these bags, I hope. I don't actually know if I have a larger size bag than this right now. I think I tried to order some and they didn't have the larger size either. So I've got these mid-size, and then I've got the ones that are too small. I tried to go back on and order more the smaller ones, and they still don't have the size in stock that I want. I like the 10 by 13s, but they've only been having the 9 by 12 or something. I mean, which, you know, like it gets the job done, but the 10 by 13 sometimes just gives you that little extra bit of room that you need. And they haven't had them in either the Ziploc version or the like peel and stick version. So annoying. All right. I don't know if I can do this. It's gonna be a little tight squeeze. This is going to be really annoying. It's going to be one of those things. I'm going to get almost all the stuff in here, and there's going to be like one thing that doesn't want to fit. So frustrating. It also reminds me that I need to order. I'm going to leave these two here. I need to order my eBay shipping supplies. I'm going to put these down here so that I remember that these two bags go together. I ordered some USPS shipping supplies, but I still need to do my eBay order because, you know, I have like an eBay store, so you get the coupon for, you know, money off of a shipping supplies order. Ever since everything changed to have ground advantage shipping instead of the first class, I use priority a lot less often. I use priority a lot for whatnot, but for other things I use it less frequently. So I tend to need more of the brown boxes, which I normally only had from eBay. I just didn't use them that much, but now I'm using them a lot more frequently. All right. Talking so much today. I'm sorry. Okay. Next item that I sold, this really cute blouse. I love this. This is silk. Look at these sleeves. It's got this great like pussy bow tie that goes on it. There's the tag. It's adorable. Sold for $15. That's what I thought. All right. So pretty. I've got a zip up, button up all the buttons. I don't know what's wrong with me right now. I think that I was a little tired. I always tend to stay up late the night before a whatnot show. And then I definitely over caffeinated. And then I talked myself into awkward conversation. And also, I just talked too much. And now I'm not making a whole lot of sense about anything. So that's why you're here, though, right? It's so relatable. She's one of us. Her brain's a disaster. Fine. Positive self-talk. All right, let's get this poor little blouse folded up. There's that, beauty, and then fold this up nice and pretty. So what I would love to do is fold this into a really pretty bow, but we'll be here for 3 days and it will not come out the way that I would like it to. And so there, I will save all of us from that little bit of torture. Cannot wait to get back into my cozy little terry cloth leggings and sweatshirt. Oh, which reminds me, if you watched my video, I recorded it yesterday. It's like 2 days ago for you, I guess. My most recent haul video, I bought a dual fold thermal shirt. It's like short sleeve and it had some tag on it from another thrift store where it was marked at $100. I noticed that the tag was here. It's right here. I'll grab it for you and we can talk about it. It's not really that exciting to talk about, but the tag had a date on it. And so this store had carried this item in like 2012. So it's been a long time. And at that point, they had this priced at $98. Okay. This little thermal t-shirty kind of thing, right? And it's nice and long. So I tried this on yesterday. I love this thing. It's like a t-shirt, not dress, but like a sleep shirt on me. And it's so warm. It was really nice. And then I looked up the thrift store that was on the tag. Bless America. What comes around goes around, I think was what it's called. They're fucking expensive. I think that if they had that shirt in their shop today, they'd be charging $250 for it. Don't get it wrong. Like I could not stick that up on eBay for $250, but they're like a store in Manhattan and, you know, like a brick and mortar and it's very curated, whatever. So it made it make a lot more sense. But I kind of want to keep it now. Add it to the list of things I kind of want to keep. So at least you're assured that there's going to be a lot more hoard videos coming your way. All right, let's see. Next item that I sold, this cute little sweater. This was also a Goodwill Bins find, and this sold for $15. And this is going to a new to me buyer. The silk blouse also is going to a new to me buyer. I don't think I mentioned that, but so hopefully they both enjoy their first items from me. And I got some nice compliments during my show today. People always like that I preload my shows, which I'm very happy that they like it. I definitely partially do it because people like it, but we all know I do it to keep my own brain straight. Because I'm already talking myself in circles when I'm prepared. So if things were just willy nilly and I was just randomly picking stuff up and going, let's measure it and see if it has any holes. No, it'd be so bad. But I got some nice compliments, which was really nice. So it was such a nice show today. I was happy about that. All right. There we go. All righty. Next is a repeat buyer from me who purchased 2 items. Oh, good items. Okay. So first, let me move these down here. I'll do this one first because it's like yawn. This little colorful jacket, I believe I got this at the Goodwill outlet as well. And maybe I got it at my I don't know. Why do I have such a block against what I bought at the Goodwill outlet versus what I bought at my local thrift? This does have a little bit of fuzziness to it I want to get rid of. So this actually was pretty cheap. I think I sold this for $5. It's missing the 2 bottom buttons. And I just felt like, it's like cute and fun and all, but so again, I probably got it at the Goodwill outlet. So let's see that. A little schmutzy schmutz on it, which I thought I had gotten off. Comes right off anyway, so that's good. It's $5. All right, I'm going to fold this up pretty. Button it. I love vintage clothes. I know that you can tell because I talk about it all the time and all my videos are about vintage clothing, but it's really so much fun. Like, it's not just, there's definitely the aspect of it being made so much better than previously. Like, even the crap, even like the 1970s garbage from, Kmart or whatever. I think Kmart in the 70s was probably a little bit more highly regarded than Kmart in the 2000s, but still, you know what I'm saying, right? Even the lower quality items from that time are better than the lower quality items that we have now. All right, this next blouse, oh, this is so pretty. Gorgeous. So this, I did this in my last haul. And so the collar, amazing. The embroidery, it's so freaking cool. And also, by the way, this tag, the tag itself is, whatever. Alice Stewart, and it says Jonathan Logan, division of Jonathan Logan. But Alice Stewart was its own brand for a long time, like not attached to Jonathan Logan, and had pieces going back at least as far as the 50s, I think maybe a little bit earlier. Really pretty pieces. I had looked it up on Gem and found a whole bunch of these like sheer 50s chiffon blouses that button up the back, and some of them were really reasonably priced. It was so cool. Anyway, this shirt sold, this is 70s. This sold for $17, which is a fucking steal. I started it at 15. I did debate starting it higher, but I don't. So generally I don't. So it sold for 17. So fantastic. And I'm super excited. It's such a cool top. I hope that they love it. And I've got to hold this a little smaller. There we go. Got that and then that. Such different pieces, which is obviously it's fine. I do that too. But yeah, vintage clothing is just so much fun because I do think that the quality is generally better than the quality we get today. Like even Anthropologie stuff today, which is expensive. I haven't been in an Anthropologie in I don't even know how long, but the last times I've been, they are expensive. And the like stuff from Sears in the 70s is better quality than the $200 Anthropologie today. It's nuts. But also just the diversity of the different looks and things like that. You know, you're not relying on trends. You're taking the trends from decades and being able to put them together and stuff. This is very squashy, but hopefully it's okay. One of the things I noticed at my thrift yesterday, hold that thought, we're going to get back to that. The next item that I'm shipping is a repeat buyer, and she's also a reseller, which we know is cool. And she got this, which is very cool. So that sold for 15. All right, so I was at my thrift yesterday, and they have a rack of like their premium items. And my thrift, you know, generally does like 5 color tags, and those tags rotate as far as what's discounted and everything. But they have a 6th color that I basically ignore, and that's their yellow tags, which are premium price. So, for example, they'll sell a lot of St. John stuff. You know, would be tagged, highlight that. Most of it I don't look at because generally speaking, it's usually modern, and it's also just I'm not paying the price that they want for it. So, but there was something I saw yesterday. I do look at the rack every now and then because I've been trying to manifest an Adini Sultana dress. So I always look at the racks just in case maybe they have it on their premium rack, and you know, I might pay the premium price for that if it was the right premium price. But you know, they have this modern stuff, and honestly, like the quality is really crappy. Like the seams are these very shallow seams and everything. Like it's not good stuff. And this is expensive brands, and it's just so much nicer to be able to go thrifting or go into buy vintage clothing and get this great quality stuff that's less expensive. I mean, it's amazing. All right. Next is this cute, cute, cute little shawl. This sold for $10. I kind of wanted to list it at 15, but I paid, I think, $1 or $2 for it. I was like, you know what, listed at 10. You know, have some I mean, my whole shop is lower price stuff, but you know, Whatnot is very, very, very big on the atmosphere and the culture of Whatnot. Not that Whatnot, the company, tries to force you to do this, but the culture on Whatnot can often be very like $1, $3, $5 starts. And so people, I can't fold this in a way that looks cute. People, you know, I don't want to say they come to expect that, but it's definitely something they try to go for, and they're more enticed by that. It's one of the reasons that I feel like preloading my shop is beneficial because people know what to expect. They're not going to jump into my show. I don't think I'd be very successful if I were advertising shows that were like $15 starts and didn't have all of my items up already, right? They're coming in there because they're already seeing the item and the photos and the measurements and everything, and they know whether or not this price is something they're willing to pay, and they don't have to sit in there for 2 hours to figure that out. I definitely watch other vintage sellers, women's clothing specifically, that do not preload, and they do have higher dollar starts than I do. And you know, sometimes they're really epic pieces. Sometimes they're not necessarily, and so they do well. But overall, I think that the Whatnot audience really is looking for super low starts. So I like being able to throw in some $5 and $10 starts now and then. Why am I losing my mind over this? I'm taking longer to fold this, but look how cute it is, though. Oh, I did a good job. It's worth it. Spend more time folding this stupid thing than I did photographing it. That's not true, but for $10, the amount of time I spend photographing and describing and folding these things, now it doesn't want to fit in the bag because it's too fat. This big, fluffy little scarf. All right, friend, we're going to get you in there. You're going to do it. It's going to be fun. You'll like it. You're very cozy in this plastic bag. It worked. See? All tucked in. All right, it's a little crooked, but it works. It's fine. It's good. Next, moving on. This is a repeat buyer who purchased 2 items from me. The first is this little shirt dress, Indian cotton plaid shirt dress. And that sold for, oh, I guess did I list it for 10? No, 15. What am I talking about? Oh my God. I need a nap, I guess. It's really, I feel alert, but the way that the words coming out of my mouth don't make any sense. I probably need a nap. So, all right, let's see. This is so wide. All right. I folded this very, very wide, and I don't think it's going to fit in my little bag. But it's a repeat buyer, so maybe we'll just try and get it in there. All right. And they also purchased this jumpsuit for $15. So cute. I'm going to have to button this all up and everything. How long have I been? Look at 39 minutes. I knew this would be long. For 39 minutes, I have been barely making any sense. All right, let's see. Here's what's also funny is I have been working a lot on, this is like a serious conversation now, on improving my self-talk. And I do find that improving the positivity of my language for all things. Like I don't, it's always very funny for a lot of people to like, you talk to your cats and you're like, listen, why are you being such a jerk? And it's kind of like cutesy and funny. But I've not been doing that. And I really find that it's making a big difference in the way I talk to myself as well, which is good. But I do get very self-deprecating here on YouTube, partially because I get scattered and on whatnot. And I feel like I'm not making any sense. And then I start feeling like, what are you saying? But when I am not presenting to an audience, I am able to be a lot nicer to myself. And it is making a huge difference for me. It's taken a while. It's a very slow progress, but it does help. It sounds very like, ridiculous and whatever, but it's true. And not just like talking to myself, talking to my cats, whatever, but even just my attitude towards like inanimate objects or something, instead of like, oh, this stupid, whatever. I broke a thing the other day that I was very upset about breaking. And, there's a time where I would have been like, I did swear. I did swear. But, be like, oh, this stupid effing thing. It's, and I get all like negative and angry about it. And instead I swore, and then I was like, all right, well, now what are we gonna do? I gotta make coffee tomorrow morning, and I don't have my coffee thing because I broke the coffee thing. I know I told you this story already. So, but it does it does help me to not be as negative overall, and it's pervasive. This sweater vest. I don't know what I'm saying. Should I just re-record this whole video? Just unpack everything, and I'm going to re-record this. I wish I could get my editing down. Okay. Sweater vest. This is really cute. I think it's a men's brand, right? I listed this for $15 start. I paid $8 for this, which you probably remember because I just told you in the last video. And I didn't feel like $8, normally I would list that at $20 start, but I didn't feel like this was a $20 start item. So I started it at 15. I was like, okay. I mean, I also sold a $10 scarf that I basically got for free. So works out, right? But this did get bid up to $17. So a little bit of the halfway mark, which was nice. So that was fun. And yeah, it's such a cute little sweater vest. I love the colors on it. And it fits in the bag nice and easy. All right, we still have, oh my gosh, we have so many packages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more packages still. I told you this is going to be long. All right, next is a repeat buyer who purchased 2 items. The first thing they purchased was this. I have such a hard time showing this on camera because it just looks like a black sheer cardigan. purple. You don't have to like look at it like this in person. Like you can definitely see the purple shift way more easily in person. It's very cool. So that sold, and $15, which let me button this up. So cute. Did I show you the tag? I showed you the tag when I got it, but it's just fun. I like vintage tags. That's some people hum Jeopardy music when they are waiting for something. I sing, I think that's the girl from Ipanema. I don't even know. There was, back in corporate America days, it was one day some guy at work was telling a story about how he kept putting a difficult sales rep on hold, and he would hum that music when he was describing the part in the story where the guy was on hold, and that was like 20 years ago, and I've been humming that for whole time ever since. So easily influenced. Okay, this, so cute. This was a personal item of mine that I thrifted at some point, I don't know when, and I just loved it. I didn't want to sell it. I mean, I'd worn it a handful of times, but the problem really is that it doesn't fit me very well. It's it's like a tank toppy thing, but it's kind of got seams that give it a very soft like bra cup fit, and it didn't fit me right, so it never sat properly. But I loved the print so freaking much. But ultimately, I was like, you know what? I have so many cool things in such great prints, and I don't wear this. And clearly, I needed this like millimeter of space back. So anyway, this sold for $15. So that's very fun. I hope that this buyer loves it. It's such a cool piece. It's exciting. I love that. All right. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Next, new to me buyer purchased, the best item. Love this. This is a two-piece item. It is, this romper and overskirt. So cool. I listed this for $40 because I think it's freaking worth it. I do think I spent 10 or 12, I believe. But it is such an awesome set. So super excited. I don't want to say I was surprised that it didn't get bid up, because that's the thing. I started it at $40. And even though it's an epic item, that's a high start price for me. So, there's definitely an element of cultivating the right audience on Whatnot. But the problem is, I feel like I've been working for a long time to cultivate that audience. And I am very happy with just my nice, steady Whatnot shows. You know, I am very happy with that. That's working well for me. But I have, tried to kind of like, be able to charge more, be able to get prices driven up a little bit more. And that hasn't really been working out well for me. So, it's okay, because I still feel like it's a very successful platform for me. I enjoy it. But I don't know if it's the time of day that I do it. I don't know if it's because I only go on once a week. I really have been thinking about that and thinking about increasing. And just the way that even just my space alone right now, like going on more than once a week is not something I'm really going to be comfortably able to do. So this is working well for me in that regard. But it also means that I'm never putting pieces on Whatnot that are like serious, like whatever. My high money pieces I'm putting on Etsy. I'm not going to put them on Whatnot and hope they get bid up, because I don't have the confidence that they will. But I still think I'm able to bring really fun pieces to people for good prices. So, all right, next I have this. This sold to a repeat buyer, and this sold for $15. It's really cute, and I love it. I'm so thirsty right now. You're like, yeah, Laura, because you have not stopped talking. So confused. These are sitting over here, which means I sold them. I was like, I sold this? Or needs a fucking nap or caffeine. Yeah, what Mm, seriously. Anyway. So I know that I mentioned in my haul video that I am now not ahead of the game when it comes to preloading my whatnot shows. I had today's show about half loaded, but I still had to rely on my sourcing yesterday to be able to like populate the rest of the show. And for next week's show, I maybe have like a handful, like, nothing is built up in next week's show already. I have probably fewer than 5 pieces that I could put in next week's show already. So that means, I'm going to have to like do my normal shtick and, whatever. So, but one of the things I noticed yesterday, and this is becoming more of a problem for me, is I came home from sourcing, I did my haul video, and then I have to sit down, and the sourcing is like, takes me like 4 hours or so to go sourcing. Then I come home. Sometimes I usually have to ship something once I get home. I didn't yesterday. And then I do the haul video, it takes half an hour, right? But then I have to get down to like doing all the drafts and taking all the photos. And that's where I start struggling, because by then I'm kind of like, okay, I'm ready to like just chill, and I really have to push myself to get up and do the stuff. And it takes like, I don't want to. And there's a lot of resistance to the task. And I really need to start getting to a point where I'm ahead of the game, because I was up until like 1 o'clock in the morning last night. And I only had like 15 things to put in, not even, like it should have been a lot easier, but I still just found myself dragging ass. So, all right, let's see. Oh, I did not sell this shirt. See, I'm not totally insane. Probably, right? I got to double check. Nope, nope, nope. All right, I'll double check it after. I don't want to torture y'all, but I did sell these. So, how cute. Uh, sorry, I'm still in my own world about this shirt. I sold these pants. These are animal print, leopard, cheetah, I don't know, denim. They are a size medium, which is great. It's made in the Shade brand. This is cool. And these sold for $15. Really cute pants. Have fold lines I should probably try to follow. There we go. These were so cute. These fit me decently too, but I probably would not wear them because they're jeans, not because they're leopard print. I love the leopard print. And then the second item that this person purchased was these sheer gaucho pants. These are awesome. I got these when I went sourcing last week. So, all right, let's see. And these also sold for $15. They're so cool. What I should do is try and find like an estate sale or something this weekend so that I can get a jump on stuff. I could also try and go to, there's like a local Salvation Army that's a little more hit or miss. It's like a 20-minute drive, and sometimes I go there and I've done great, and sometimes I go there and it's like, ugh. So I'm trying to decide if these are going to fit in this bag without being ridiculous looking. So I could try and go to the Salvation Army tomorrow. It's going to be so cold, though. I'm not going to want to go anywhere. I can tell you that. Come on, pants. We can do this. We can all fit in this bag. You got this. There you go. A little janky, but it works. It's in there. Saving plastic. Okay. My last package is going to a repeat buyer. Hi. And let's see, this was a good one too. So they purchased 3 items. First is this cherry print dress, which I love. It's so cute. And this sold for, I think, 20, which is what I had it listed at. Oh, 22. So somebody else bid on it as well. I know this had a pre-bid, and I don't know if this buyer put the pre-bid in or if somebody else did, but anyway, going to this person. I don't like to call out. I don't know if people want to like have it announced what they're buying and whatever and how much they spend. So I'm not doing that. But let's see. Get this all folded up. He's very accustomed to my folding, so at this point I probably could get away with shoving it in a bag with my fist and be okay, but I'm not going to do that. That's rude. I wouldn't do that to you. All right. Rizzo leaving her mark on stuff. And get this folded. Why is it so difficult for me today? All right. There. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So dress, cute. Next is this piece that I picked up specifically with her in mind because she collects these. So I grabbed this. I went over it in a haul video, you know, and it was $2.50. I told her I'd, you know, sell it to her for $5 if she wanted it. No pressure to get it. I picked it up knowing that, you know, I just list it regardless. So I would never pick something up like whatever. I feel like not too many people are going to do that. People aren't going to pick something up and be like, you better buy this. Maybe they do. I'm constantly surprised, honestly. But anyway, so she got this. So that was nice. Able to do that. That was fun. Come on. Look, you're gonna have little bits of Rizzo in your order. I'm sorry. Just that's how that's happening. Try not to do that, but Vanity Fair fleece is not necessarily a pet friendly item. Okay. If you didn't know that already, anyone. All right, let's see. How'd we do? And it was really nice because I think somebody else in the show was interested in this because they said to the buyer of this fleece, like, hey, if that doesn't work out for you, let me know. But they didn't bid against her. So that was nice. I feel like the Whatnot community is very good about that stuff. And, you know, like, obviously as a seller, you want to make as much money as possible, but also like, it's nice. Like I didn't have to worry about like, you know, just doing something off to the side separately. It was very easy for me to just run it in the show and, you know, she was able to buy it and didn't have to worry about it getting bid up or anything. And to be fair, I think that like she, you know, if somebody had bid her, like outbid whatever she wanted to spend on that, she wouldn't have given me a hard time or anything. But you know, it's nice. It's just nice. You know, people are nice. I like it. Anyway, and then she also purchased this skirt. I didn't actually have this in the show. I had taken it out because I was going to wash it. Imagine that. Imagine washing things. But she asked about it specifically. And so I was like, yeah, let me grab it and throw it in there. So got that going off to her. And that's everything. That's my whole little show. That was my sales for the day. Pretty fantastic. And how did we do? 57 minutes. It's going to be right about the 60-minute mark by the time I actually hit the end button. But that's great. And now I can put my comfy little thermal whatever pants back on and be cozy and not freezing cold. And maybe I'll pack up my Etsy and eBay orders for tomorrow. Probably will not, but I could. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this. I so appreciate all the time that you spend watching my videos and commenting and, you know, and if you're coming to my Whatnot shows, I obviously appreciate that so much as well. So I hope that you enjoyed this. Thank you so much. I will see you again soon. Also, I'm sorry for being so fucking awkward for half of this video, but please forgive me for that. I think you're used to it. I will see you again soon. Thanks so much. Bye.